Hello, Rebel GMAN 3C. This is your special mid-season recap. We're on week 7. I'm Rob Top, and I'm here with Matt Cavelian. Hello,
Hello.
Matt.
Hello.
Right, we've had some really interesting results this week. We won't delve into it too much. We're a bit pushed for time because we've had some technical difficulties. So, all right, we should just steam right into it. What do you think?
Well, a couple of things first. I
All
checked.
right.
Hugh, I think, is still working on the overall violence stats, but having a look at the TV, we've gone up from 1710 last week to an average of 1739 this week. So up by a big amount. We must have had a lot of people coming back. That's pretty interesting.
That's one of our highest ones, isn't it?
It is the high.
1739.
It's higher than we had to start off with as well.
All right.
And in addition, you might have seen when we switched over to using the website, we've had this little construction icon in the bottom right. And well, you might be wondering why it was a construction icon. That's because we were building some things, and via the magic of some post-editing things, we'll show you what we were doing right now. And there we go. As you can see, we are now. Thank you very much to Philo Hazard, a friend of mine. I'll put some links towards their stuff once actually maybe not in this video, once I've cleared the links that they need to their portfolio. But they put together some artwork for us. As you can see, Rob is now the sketchy looking goblin we all knew that he was the whole time, and I'm a dapper looking Minotaur. Look at that.
It's like looking in the mirror, mate.
Just like looking in the mirror. Barely able to fit into my waistcoats. Yes, exactly.
Good work, Matt. Honestly, good work. I've got nothing to do with this at all.
All the compliments have to go to Philo on that. But I think with that, we should move straight into the first replay, which was one that you had a look at. And I believe this was the Bob Brotherhood versus the Dazzle Wildstars.
It was Nurgle versus Orcs, and I actually didn't look at the score before watching this game somehow, so I was in surprise watching it. And the fans played their part in this game, which is a good thing and bad thing.
Well, they did take your namesake out.
Yeah, straight away. He was KO'd for like most of the first half. He just wasn't getting up. But as you see on the clips here, the Orcs actually make their way down the field, down the wing pretty easily. They ended up getting down there on turn 4 and scoring on just turn 8. You know, just held it all up lovely.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was turn 8. Yeah, that was turn 8. It was worth showing you that clip.
Another rock as well. Oh, they're having a little bit of a KO frenzy there.
Yeah, it was a good game. You know, I'm getting into these sort of like muscle games where it's just beating each other up.
Hoss fights, as we'd call in the wrestling industry. Yeah. Well, in the wrestling industry, you call it
that. The Orcs proper took a beating. We know they won 1-0, and I'm watching this game and just thinking to myself, "Oh, this has got 1-1 written all over it," and just I think the Orcs should have. I think the Nurgle should have equalised. You know. But they just couldn't seem to push up the pitch. It did take them about 3 or 4 turns just to pick the ball up. And when they do eventually get up, I like this bit of play.
Right over the top of the beast. There we go.
Yeah. With the foul straight afterwards as well. Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting him to equalise, but the Orcs just, even though they're down in numbers, just managed to get their way in there and get the ball off him. I like this bit of play. I like the way he didn't blitz the ball carrier. I like the way he just took the people out around him and then decided to take the ball out. It wasn't over here. I was expecting it to be, you know, done and dusted once they got the ball off him. But the Nurgle did put up a fight.
Nice little... Yeah, no, it's not too bad.
It's just so many injuries. I know there's a death, but I don't think there's anything too bad. We'll have a look afterwards. But But yeah, the Orcs just take a beating and win. It's good to see.
Yep, not scared of that 3 dice block there, just going straight into it. The odds are still in your favour. Oh, there we go.
It's just Black Hawk after Black Hawk getting knocked down. It's
Indeed.
so
yeah, 1-0 to Dazzle Workstars, and
yeah.
got a couple of level up here. Lucky Bob and Shari. Lucky Bob actually.
We've the screen's gone really blurred again for me, Matt.
Okay, that's unfortunate. So we've got Lucky Bob.
Oh, it's coming in now.
Okay, we got Lucky Bob. We had a couple of technical issues regarding Virgin Media in Nottingham that was causing me some problems. So we've got Lucky Bob and Shari the Morbid, who have had levels up. So let's have a quick look at the Bob Brotherhood for that. Lucky Bob has taken a Mighty Blow, and Shari the Morbid has not taken the level up yet. But as we can see, we've got a 12-person team for the halfway point for the Bobs. And let's just take a quick look at what they were at previously. And this is taken from the pre-cap. As you can see, slightly more players than they used to. Small Bob, Big Bob. So yeah, so what's the biggest change, do you think? They've lost the dirty players, that's for starters. But other than a niggle on Small Bob, everyone else is mostly there, right? It's still more or less the same team.
Yeah, when you start getting up to 30 star player points, the bash sides do take a little bit of time getting up to 51. Generally, you find that like you get one killer. And he'll level up really quick, but all the Black Hawks and stuff, they will just take their time. Like the Local Warriors are notoriously hard for leveling up anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, Big Bob's gone. Happy Bob also gone. I think we've seen a bit of attrition on the Rotters, a bit of attrition on the Pestigores, with the exception of Small Bob. Quite a lot of attrition on the Pestigores there. So the core of the team of the Warriors holding firm, but the rest of the team getting a little bit of a beating, it seems, at this point. But still...
What star player points was Small Bob on when he started? He's on 80 now.
Small Bob was on 60, so 20 points in the season.
Okay, 7 games.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too shabby. And a little bit of attrition, but yeah. And
he's holding in.
And if we go to take a look at Dazzle Workstars, Jaeger Teeth Buster has taken one. We had a death, Major Bite Ya, Blitzer, rookie Blitzer though, so that's not too bad. An armor bust on, the Loner Rotter. That's not too much of a problem for the previous one. So Jaeger Teeth Buster. Let's have a look at the Dazzle Workstars. Jaeger Teeth Buster taking tackle. Yep, that's nice little bit of utility there for your high movement blitzer, being able to get in there and deal with some threats. And once again, that's the Dazzle Workstars. Let's have a look at the let's say that was the Bobs. Let's have a look at the Dazzle Workstars. Yeah, this is the very original one, so we can see the players Sloth Vomit and Broddock Terchuya, who would become Rob Top and Matt. So the replacements there. So we came in with a couple of big replacements there. Indus and Jaeger still there. Lost with Ball Punter is still here. I think we've seen a little bit of turnover on the Goblins. Is that right? Because we currently got Big Dreamify, and we've still got Big Dreamify. Yeah, still holding strong. Actually, I stand corrected. No,
he's been good.
Yeah, he's been good.
Yeah.
I think Hindus and Jaeger are still there. I think we've mostly kept the core and just been able to get a few more people in. Right? Is that what it's looking like to you?
Yeah, it's not drastically different, is it?
Yeah, but it was nice seeing the old school names there. So next up match was New Look Pinelanders versus Typical Spanish, and because we didn't plan this out in advance, we get quite a few in a row from me on this one in terms of who saw what. But
right.
We will now go on to it. So in Pinelanders versus Spanish, it was Pinelanders in 1870 versus Typical Spanish at 1670. Typical Spanish took a wizard and a babe for an even 200k of inducements, and the Pinelanders have the +1 fame and are receiving. The Pinelanders have some disciplined bald coverage before using piling on to knock a hole in the flank for a potential push down that side. Now, As it turned out, there was a little bit of duking going on as they tried to push down the hole that was opened up here from Tortilla, but ended up going more across the pitch as the Dark Elves had them held up via some columns. And after a failed handoff, they were able to do a little bit of recovery. Not enough because it was so late in the turn to do a thing, but a nice little wee vanity pass for an extra SPP there, leading into 0-0 at half time. After using a reroll, of course. Well, you might as well at this point. Now, the Elves hold back in their own half, but the Orcs push. Just to try and get a little bit more threat on the ball carrier, as you can see, and doing some damage. As an elf gets through, but unfortunately for them, the Orcs are able to stop this little drive here and get that free. Likewise, just able to push and recover somewhat in time for one of their teammates to nip through. Nice little coverage of the ball there, and do some usual elven type shenanigans here. And go for 1-0 up. Yeah, so 7 elves versus full orcs, but there's only 2 turns to score. Bam! An unfortunate dodge there.
Ow.
Does get you out though, as you're able to get a little bit of blitzing through. I like a dodge into blitz and free up the ball here. Now the you've got to be thinking that the Pyland is such a strong team that the elves would be looking for their first win. It's looking sketchy for the Pylanders, but with this punch here, they've just got some. You see that discipline to get just some of the players up there, pick up from behind, and even getting up from prone. That thrower just has enough after the way he cleared for. Oh wait, that tripwire. But once again, discipline is the watchword as we have a reroll in reserve for the 1-1 draw. Like it's worth saying, well done. Like that's the first time we've seen the Pylanders drop any points. So the win streak is over. The undefeated streak is still going. So congratulations on that, Largo. It's still remarkable that we've gotten this far through the season. This is the first time that even a draw has happened. In terms of levelling up for the Pylanders, we've got Cal Clutterbuck and Scott Mayfield, who have leveled up here. So let's take a quick look at them as we go in. So Clutterbuck has taken Mighty Blow. Yep, block guard Mighty Blow for your Black Orc blockers. That seems fairly straightforward. And who did I say the second person level was? Mayfield, taking guard. Yeah, once again, just that standard progression. You can't really fault it. There's a reason why it's a popular progression for Black Orcs. It's because it's really good. You might want to have stand firm, maybe, but I hear removing people from the pitch is good.
Yeah, it's just a team, isn't it? There's no outstanding stars in the team, really. It's just a
solid,
really
and it
nice,
goes to
dedicated, solid team.
Fundamentals every time. We can wax lyrical about excellent Bretonnian star player blitzers as much as we like, but consistency is key in Blood Bowl, and this is a very consistent team. And as we can see, we've got 13 players here. We've got a little bit of level up going. As we go for the Pylands when they originally started. Still pretty much, we've just been developing. We look at the Black Orcs here. We've basically been sticking to the same game plan. It's a team that's had a game plan and has been moving forward with it the entire time.
Yeah, they don't look fantastic. And maybe that's why we sort of overlooked them a little bit at the beginning, because they just look so just box standard average team. Obviously, he's a very good coach as well. He just knows how to utilise it.
We have lost that agility. We have lost that agility player. We've lost Brock. Well, we haven't lost Brock Nelson. I think we've been replaced with a different Brock Nelson. Yeah, Brock Nelson
right.
too. So we've lost a little bit of agility, but we've got another additional strength here on Anders Lee compared to. Oh no, Anders Lee. So Anders Lee was the original 4-player. Josh Bailey was the person who got a later level up. But yeah, getting a game plan, sticking with the game plan, and just iterating upon that. It's good. You like to see it. Next up.
We haven't gone for the
Yeah.
Dark Elf.
Next up, we have the typical Spanish. In terms of levels, we've no one's leveled up, but we're going to take a quick look more in depth at the team.
Yeah, the new witch didn't die, no?
Oh, yay, hooray! So I think we're on Virgin de la Macarena 4. And if we skip back to the original ones, we'll see. We did come in with 2. It was a team that came in beat up. We've had some attrition, but the core Riccio, has even gotten stronger. The Blitzers, compared to how they were before, have gotten some more. Well, it's basically just filling in the gaps. It's filling in the gaps that were there when the season started for them, and just once again, getting a few level, like getting the little bit of extra wrestle on those extra linemen is just very useful. Once again, we're just iterating and getting any comments from yourself on that one.
Yeah, I like the 2 blitzers, the Blodge sidestepping tackle blitzers in that team. I really do like them.
Slightly different orders, but still, it's a strong line.
Yeah, you can keep them pinged on the side and just it really makes the width of the pitch full width for you. And just, I really like this team. I expect them to do better. They're doing well.
It's
drawing
a
with the top
division.
team. Yeah. 2 guard. I really do like this team. It's a shame the witch keeps dying.
Yeah, but the other one's doing okay. The other one is absolutely doing brilliantly, and they are, I think, moving forward. If at the very least this season, looking from the situation they were coming in, they will have regenerated somewhat compared to that if they can keep this up. Next up, we have the Mining Machine Return versus Rebel Supremacy, which is another one that I watched. And it was 1690 for the MMR versus 2140 for the Rebel Supremacy. So MMR took a Wizard, 2 Babes, and 2 Bribes. The Supremacy had +1 Fame and the Kick. And also, as you can see, a Blitz kickoff event.
Can they utilise it?
Yeah, can they utilise it? Well, that's a great question. And as we can see, just moving up and really getting stuck in on that bull on the line and getting the power that they need. It's an aggressive play just to kind of take out that corner. And it's fantastic that they're able to capitalise on this to such a degree, considering they were in like the defensive smiley position to start off with. It goes to show you just that extra bit of movement that they'll bring to the table, just in general, with these 7 movement blitzers, just able to get... Ooh. Just able to get a bit too far for its own fruits in that one, I'm afraid.
No!
So the MMR do start to recover the ball and are able to get it. But the Elves go to attack immediately and fall over, unfortunately, and a bad early turnover. The MMR then clean up somewhat, doing some damage. And score. Using a bolt, the MMR tries to take it down even further. And then, unfortunately, after a bad dodge and some magnet hands and a ball scatter, the Elves do manage to get the ball free and pick it up themselves. As you can see, a lovely little bit of elven shenanigans here.
And he's gone.
He's just far off at this point. There's a little bit of shovey going on from, just trying to get those threats in. Let them know you can't just stall as much as you like. There will be some threats going on. But the bribe was taken in this case. And then we pass on to the Supremacy and this lovely little reverse blitz here from the Strength 4 blitzer gets the ball off. And then runs it home for the equaliser. And from there, it's a little bit too late in the match for anyone to do anything with it. So a good draw there. It's some unfortunate rolls from the Robo Supremacy at the start there. The go for it. The go for it injury really
done him.
It really is. It really was a roller coaster because that was a really good blitz, and then to take your own player to go off on a snake eyes and an injury, it's not what you need. In terms of level ups, the MMR, nothing in the match, but if we have a look at them, yeah, once again they're progressing. The Hobgoblin with an extra movement. Kill players will jump up if we go to how they were originally. We've had the double here on the kill. We've had the bench is much bigger than it used to be. Gox Giant Claw and Book and Clever Thief, the Hobgoblins. No longer with us, having a bit of that Hobgoblin attrition. Not even stat ups can save you, unfortunately. But the rest of the core of the team, the blockers, the opposite of my Chaos Dwarf team, where the blockers that get replaced all the time because they get injured. But yeah, the rest of the team is just holding strong. So it's more or less what you'd expect. Bull Centaurs.
Yeah, they've been holding their own.
Yeah, they've been holding their own. It's the AV9 players have stayed and the AV7 players haven't. That's sometimes how that goes.
Sums it up well.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Rebel Supremacy, a death unfortunately for Blade, and a level up for Laser and Steel. If we take a look at those.
Blade only leveled up last week, didn't he? Died straight away.
Unfortunate. Laser, the strength up though, that's going to take the sting out of it. And was it Steel that I said had leveled up?
Yeah, I think it was Steel, yeah.
Yeah, Steel leveled up, but I don't think they've taken 13 Steel linemen. It's the wrong one. So yeah, Steel the lineman. Taking a look. Is he not there? Has he been fired?
I can't.
He's not there. You can't make out. I can't see him there. That's
go on to because you're on current. You go on to previous.
Yeah. Steel. Yep, Steel taking the injury, got the level up, and has been fired straight off. Oh, interesting.
He's dead.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yes. Have they played their match already? Right. That's why we're getting a bit confused. Right. Spoilers for next week. I did not take the screenshots of those ones, so we might be getting slightly confused.
Right.
My apologies.
No wonder we're getting confused.
No wonder we're getting confused, but that's fine. But yeah, as you could see from there, a little bit of attrition. But I'm not going to go into the rest of that because I've messed it up. But yes, just in general, they're a good team. They've been doing pretty well. If we look at where they are, yeah, they're doing pretty decently. Mad Frog, we're going to be coming to some of their picks for the fancy team coming up. But yeah. Next up, we've got the Tiger Lizards versus Dota. Now, you might look at that score and see that's a bit of an upset. So, let's take a quick look at that one. So, yeah. It was 1460 for the Tiger Lizards versus 1640 for the Dota. Lizards took
another blitz.
Yeah, the Lizards took a wizard. Dota have +2 fame and the kick and get a blitz. And yeah, not quite, but it's a shorter kick, which is going to help you get closer to it. And that's a critical removal as well. Yeah. This is still the blitz. I just cut it down from the movement because they actually get, once again, another slip trying to get to the ball. And chooses not to use the reroll, so another one there. As the
he
ball,
must have watched the other game.
Yeah, another ball bounces back, and they're able to take it. Some lovely ball freeing backwards from, well, as we can see here, we push backwards onto the line and are then able to reverse hit backwards from the line. A lovely bit of full clearance, and you can free it up there.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep, the Dota did recover, and I'll do a little bit of damage as they just hold up, taking out the Crocs. In response, well, Lizards don't like being outdone when it comes to bash, and Mr. Hooter Bod unfortunately has to take that big, more like Mr. Hooter Body Oh, the Bretonians blitz free of this coverage here, and they're actually able to run it home. As you can see, the injuries are starting to line up there, but a lot of the KOs do come back. We do end up with 7 Lizards versus 8 Bretonians, and after a strip ball, the Lizards are able to recover their flank bush and start pushing forward here along the lines. As you can see, their ball had been stripped from the skink here, and just after clearing the line perfectly, they nip back and pick it up for the equaliser. The Lizards are coming in here 8 versus 9, but soon after get it down to 6v6 and free the ball up with a bolt. Use that reroll. Start to come around. Now, Arsik Thong doing Arsik Thong things, but it does not quite have enough to... Ooh.
Oh, he's had a quiet game as well.
Oh, he had a quiet game, was taken out. But just what you can see, just not enough people left on the pitch to defend. And when some of the pitch people left Thesauruses, you're not winning that war, unfortunately. Taking down, as we can see, oh no! Trying to get through and take them out as the recovery had happened, and it just doesn't happen at the end. A critical go for it fails, and the skink just able to run it home. Great match for Hugh. Great win. I called it an upset earlier. That's no disrespect to either coach, but Dota have been on a roll so far, and Hugh, you should feel very, very proud about that one. Unfortunately, Ops of Ziggurat did unfortunately die in that match. I missed that on the replay, but he was taken out. The Blodge guard, who, well, we'll see how that's slightly pertinent to me later on. And but Khalil of Ziggurat does get the level up, so we'll take a quick look at there. Khalil of Ziggurat going for tackle. It's pretty handy. Jimmy not Blodge. The Blodge player's been replaced with a player called Jimmy not Blodge. It's gotta hurt, but yeah, it always hurts to lose Sauruses, especially when you got 3 with block now. That could be worse. Looking at where we were previously, Ots there, a much leaner team previously had the opportunity to level up, but we're seeing the start of this individual skinks with rolls that I believe you commented on in the pre-cap. And other than that, so we came in with 4 Sauruses with block. We're down to 3 Sauruses with block, unfortunately. But Kelly is a little bit more progressed. We've had a little bit of attrition on the skinks as well. We've still got a diving tackle, sidestepper, and
is he the only one that survived from the original
No, I think
team?
Gary the Temper survived as well, ironically, and is now trying to build into like a one-turn touchdown threat with sprint and sure feet. So yeah, interesting. Looking at Dota. Death for Mr. Hooterbod, a blocker, unfortunately. Ruda Woo Turd Love and the Man Who Had Ass both have level ups here. Arsik Thong only badly hurt. I'm sure a lot of people will be looking for that to be a bit worse, but you know, he's a hero of the league. I can't help it.
Yeah, definitely.
Ruda Woo Turd Love adding sidestep to the blodging and dauntlessing, it's always good. And the Man Who Had Ass adding a second.
Oh,
So lovely dauntless block catch to be going on there. And that's the first 2 levels up, both movements up. It's nice to see. But let's see where we were at previously. Arsik Thong has always been a monster coming up. Shark Heater, alas, almost as good, but died very, very early on. Radthong King, I think, is another big player. Oh, he's still around. He is still around, but has taken a niggle.
Yeah, he's still around. He's an awesome player, yeah.
But he's taken a niggle. And yeah, we came in with a pretty beaten up set of linemen. At least we've got the full complement of blockers now, I think. No, we don't. Sorry, I tell a horrible lie. We're down even less blockers. There's been a lot of attrition there due to the death we just had. Interesting. Cash wise,
Well,
you've got enough, so there's ability to
they're
rebuild
there
there.
to take hits, aren't they, blockers? You always put them in the thick of the action,
Yeah, that
and
is true.
you don't care about them so much. I bet he cares about that Edge 4 one a little bit more, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the Edge 4 blocker. It's in. Yeah, it's nice to have that as a recovery option, and obviously being capped with the armor bust. You've got the opportunity to potentially to be guarding someone, potentially taking someone out, and catch the ball with slightly more things if you do a bit of a safety roll there. So it's quite similar. We're seeing a lot of people's game plans keeping up. So that's always good to see. And next up, in terms of actual matches, and I think this is the last one you're going to get from me, and we're going to go on to lovely Mr. Rob Top. We have a Nordic Nooblets versus Granny's Chosen. And let's take a quick look at that. Norse versus the Grannies. Yeah, so the Nooblets were an even 2k, and Granny's Chosen were at 1620. Granny's Chosen took a bribe and a wizard and 2 loner skeletons. Now, both teams also get a bribe from the bribe stadium they're playing against. That's 2 for Granny's Chosen. Slow and Steady by Kenry Drive, picking up quite a lot of KOs, topped off by an injury here. An injury or 2, I say, during the stall. Basically, get slow drive up, capitalising on the player advantage, and just your standard Kenry stall, just doing a lot of damage here. Left with but a single player on the pitch.
Jesus. That's Norse for you, and that's Kenry for you. They're both doing their thing.
Yeah, well, they're just able to outbash them, unfortunately, and slide in there. They actually KO'd itself on a double skull earlier as well. Back to 10 from KO of recovery. And after losing the ball after a failed handoff, the Norse were able to recover here, utilising a reroll and to dance around and pick it up.
Nice.
However, they after a nice bit of blitzing, they did end up on the receiving end of a mummy blitz here, with the reroll getting the stumbles and knocking them off.
I thought it was going to be worse than that then.
Yeah, and following up from that, they basically just killed everyone.
That's a good way to go.
Yeah, well, not killed, but like everyone on the pitch. Everything's coming up Kenry here. As you can see, the entirety of the Norse team is off there on the side. And as a skeleton, it's just like, it's a very quick turn now. I can just leave the replay running. It's unfortunate.
When Kenry do things like that, it makes you think like, oh, I'm glad I'm playing Kenry. But
yeah, they're just able to outbash them. And just able to 2-0 is a score you would expect to see when you take every single other opposing player off the pitch and you in the second half, and then you got them down to 1 in the first half. That's a nice bash for Granny's Chosen.
Have you played Kenry much?
No, I haven't played. I haven't played against them or with them. I've never played with them, and I've not played against them that much.
All right. Yeah, I've tried them, but like they're just incredibly frustrating, and just every time you seem to level a Tomb Guardian up, they die. So yes, I'd like to get good with them, definitely. So I'll take a few tips off a Grief, I think.
Yeah. So in terms of the Nooblets, in terms of their attrition, considering all of that, the MVP to a dead player's got a sting. But after all that, losing without anything to do with it, your dirty player lineman, and getting an armor bust on your other dirty player lineman, considering the amount of removals there, you can't be too annoyed about that side of things.
I don't know how number 1 Bjorn Ironside. I don't know how he's still alive. He's taken battering that blow.
Absolute legend.
Was it movement busted and is it armor busted? I can't remember what he is now.
Bjorn Ironside. I don't think it's busted at all, is he? Well, we'll take a quick look at the team. Thor got a level up we're not seeing, that we're not going to see. Oh no, it might be showing it on a different screen. I think I was looking at the wrong screen for Bjorn Ironside. Yeah, he is actually busted and movement busted. You're right. A double movement busted, I think he might be. Oh, double agi busted. And yeah, We don't get to see what the level up was because I think that the other dirty has been kept for the time being, making that decision later. Taking a look at the previous Nooblets. Bjorn Ironside came in as a legend, still a legend, still going. Thor was an OG but just got taken out. Have we had Ragnar? Is Ragnar still about? Yeah, I think Gerber, the Blodge Ulfwenar.
They are surviving quite well, actually, aren't they?
Yeah, they've taken it. They've taken a few damages, taken a few things, but you can see they're mostly still there. Two OG Fowlers got kicking in this last match, unfortunately, but Bjorn is still there. We thought, he's going to keep on taking injuries, going to keep on kicking. It would seem. Next up, we've got the Granny's Chosen to go through. You'd think there'd be some level ups, and there are from Demi Ramosmus, and you can depend on her. So let's see what those are. An agility up for Demi, and Fend for the skeleton. Okay, interesting. But you've got Blodge, you've got sure hands. Fend, sure. Keep yourself safe. And
I remember them talking about the agility up on the Blitzer on Discord.
Oh yes, of course. Are they usually agility 1?
Oh no. So, would you take an agility up on a Blitzer? That's the question. I don't think I would have. I think you just concentrate on kill skills myself.
Sure, that's
agility
a fair
free
point.
is agility free.
Well, you're so starved of AG on this team, right? So having it's not shown up for some reason. Have they taken an injury again later?
It does that sometimes. No, it showed the actual icon. She showed the stat up until hours later or whatever.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I think I'd be. It's difficult for me to say because I don't really play Camry, but I can see the desire to have more than one player higher than Agi 2. I can see the desire there. And coming into it, you can depend on her coming in for that. We've had a few players come in. Almost Cecil, I think, has been taken out. The sofa, I think was that last week. But we've still got, as we can see, we came in with a Khemri team with a bunch of skilled players. And they might not be exactly the same, but we're still a Khemri team with a bunch of skilled players. We've got slightly less of a bench now, so we're leaner than we were. But in terms of pure rookies, it's only really this Blitzer.
Yeah, he died last week, didn't he, the Blitzer, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, just a quick replacement now. So yeah, that's good to see. Next up, I think for once we get to hear your dulcet tones to discuss a match.
Yay! What are we doing? Fly Lord Servants. Oh my god, this game, man.
Up we go.
Right, if you the clips are gonna say it all. Basically, this is probably one of the most one-sided games I've ever seen. Like, basically, it was just arm break. Turns 6, 7, and 8. Bloodhorse didn't even bother getting his players up. He just skipped his turn. They were all lying on the floor, and he thought, if I stand them up, they're just going to get knocked down again.
And with more risk of an armor break. Like, there's...
Yeah.
Oh, no, a good son. Saved.
Honestly, it was just rough. Just so rough. And Bloodhorse didn't break armor once in the whole game. They had 12 blocks and just didn't do any damage to Flylord. It was just a proper beating. There's not much I can say about the game, really. It's just a case of just Bloodhorse just gave up and they just spent their time on the floor, which was probably the safest place for them.
It's a tactic. It's the correct tactical play at that point, really. Like, it's all very well. I mean, at this point, there's still some stuff in it, but I'm assuming at this point the Flyhorse just start getting stuck in with the boot, right?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh,
yeah.
just such setting it up. Yeah, you are able to pick it up and keep moving forward. Oh, just a real gang foul here.
I know. Over the top, maybe.
Well,
You know,
it's still the first half.
It's
still the first half. I don't know how many of these were KOs.
Oh,
I think if it's still in the first half, you've got to keep going, like, because you don't know what's going to happen.
True. Yeah, true. But
because
second half, it's exactly the same.
Because they've got.
Yeah, he gives it a go at first, and then just gives up. And yeah, I felt for him a little bit.
He's back up to most of his players at this point, right? Like,
yeah, it doesn't last for long. Yeah,
because there's a difference between like giving up on a game and giving up on a drive. Like, those are fundamentally two different things.
Look, he's doing throws with dwarf blockers. It's the only way he's trying to get any SPP at all.
We've all had games like this, unfortunately.
Yeah, this was good play. I liked it.
Oh, does this force it off so he can't to try and deny the additional score? Yeah.
You know, they're separated from the rest of the team, and yeah, I just like the way he tried not to send the ball off.
And yeah, just running it home. Oh, you've got to feel for them. Got to feel for blood.
Yeah, there's not much you can do when the armor breaks are working like that. So just a bad day in the office for Riff, and Flylord just had a nice easy game there. Just couldn't put a foot wrong by the looks of it.
Oh no, yeah, that's unfortunate.
It happens. We've had it happen to us, and we've done it to people. And it's just part of the game, and you just take up the chin and move on to next week. Didn't you?
It's just a couple of badly hurts in the end. Like that's the real thing. Like losing a match is one thing. Losing a player is much worse. And I think considering
so if he had put up a fight, that could have been a lot worse. So he might have just done the right thing and just let him have a rest.
Yeah. So
come back strong this week.
Yeah. So Darfagors is the only level up for the Flylord servants, and has taken block. Sensible thing to take on a Pestigore. Yeah, and once again, it's a well developed. I think they've all got block, all of the warriors. Yeah, and everyone's kind of one pest. Yeah, basically you've got everything developed apart from the rotters, and I think it's pretty similar to what we were seeing.
Yeah, apart from the main man, Tolar.
Apart from Tolar going down, yeah. A big loss there. Boris the Infected, the Agility 4 Rotter, also down. Yeah, but still the core of the team is basically there. We've still got Toraz the Plague. We've still got Lord Black Death Scolio. A little bit got.
Sorry, I'm leaving it to you. It's so blurred.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Well, yeah. Once again, this is a screen sharing issue. But yeah, I think yeah, we basically just they came in strong with a bunch of skills. They're still strong with a bunch of skills. They've had a little bit of attrition on one of their top players, but that's how it is sometimes. Coming up to have a look at their opponents this week, which was Bloodhorse. No levels up, but let's take a quick look at the team. In terms of overall attrition so far. Coming in with their 12 players. Yeah, I think it's more or less exactly the same.
Even the Hobgoblins, have they kept the same ones?
Horror, Paranoic, the Old Man and the Good Son. Yeah.
They all live.
They all live. I don't think they've been renamed to different people. No, it seems like they've managed to avoid Hobgoblin attrition and just kind of keep going, keep pushing. Yeah, Goat, unfortunately, still AV busted, but remarkably stable. And it's a good strong team. It's an absolutely good strong team. Great Bull Centaur. Shame about the armor bust, but brilliant. Yeah, a couple of brilliant Bull Centaurs with unfortunate injuries. But yeah, killer, close but never so.
Bull Centaurs make that team, and everyone else is just filling in the gaps.
Well, you say that. Non Hosono and close but never so Also very strong blockers, plus strength, kill.
Yeah, they just do the donkey work, and the ball centers just doing everything else. I would say. What's the hobgoblin skills? Sorry.
The hobgoblin skills. This is
Yeah.
for Blood Horse, right? So
Yeah.
Blood Horse, we've currently got a good son who's the kind of leveled up, sure hands, movement, kick off, return, and we've got a block wrestle and a dirty player wrestle as well.
Okay, yeah.
And the last match, which you're going to be going through, it's a big one. It's a clause.
Yeah, the shock.
It's a clause. There's a lot of shocks this time. I'll let you talk through it.
Well, it's just like, everyone thought that Gruff had just given up and just had enough, and he just goes and beats one of the best coaches in the division the following week. It's a crazy game, this, isn't it?
Mm.
So the Rams kick off, and Shock get the ball and just move down the pitch lovely. By turn 3, they've caused the Kaz and a couple of KOs with some fouling and stuff. I think the Rams were actually trying to concentrate on the mummies a bit too much. He had a mercenary mummy, and they try forcing him to score early, and he does. Was on turn 5. The handoff to the goal was just nice, and just trying to get them star player points.
Yeah.
But he stops him from equalising.
Look at that!
Like this. Just nice when dice work for you. He's been waiting for this all season.
Corpse splitter. I'm vindicated for a choice I've made later. AV busted, but is good at recovery, it would seem.
Yeah. He's the one that should have died a long time ago.
But he's doing some work still, it seems. Sticking the hooves in.
Why not?
To get something like that.
Yeah.
Dancing around. That's a lovely bit of dancing.
Can he do it?
Oh no, the tripwire. That's unfortunate. But still, the positioning there forced the rolls.
1-0 at half time.
At half time.
9 Rams versus 11 Undead. The Rams just play really well. They just, as I say, it's just when the dice are with you, it's a beautiful game, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was a bit silly, I thought. The Rams had the wrestle guy with the ball. No, the Gauls got wrestle. Is that right?
I'm not sure.
And he basically he should have done something else. He should have dodged away or done something. He left himself really open there, and it killed the game.
Going for the stall, not going for the extra risk, and just going in 2-0, getting that lead up.
Yeah. I think that moment where he lost the ball was just it. It just, as I say, just killed the game. It's a big mistake. First mistake I would say I've seen HUD make all season from the games I've watched. Maybe there was another way around it, but I don't think I'd have chose that play what he did. It's a sidestepping goal. Trying to get him off the ball is difficult. I think dodging away from that would have been better. But at the end here, you see that he tries to.
Ooh. But yeah, goes for the backup dodge and just runs free. Yeah, going for the blitz free to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
But ends up 2-1.
Bit of a consolation touchdown.
Yeah, but that's a great response. That's great for Gruff. Knew I should have put some money on him last time.
Yeah. I think we've both we haven't done any predictions yet, have we? But I think we both went 2-1 and 3-1 for that game. And afterwards, I actually thought to myself, I should have backed Gruff. And he goes and wins.
Yeah.
So honestly, just well done, Gruff.
Yeah,
brilliant. Done. I hope it.
Some dice were in your favour, but some positioning was also in your favour. That's Blood Bowl.
He played well as well. Yeah. It isn't as if Gruff has been playing bad this season. He's just had some really crappy dice and some injuries and stuff, and just a little bit downbeat with his team. And it's nice to see him win a game.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
Yeah, so Halefzin gets the level up.
Yeah, that's the Minotaur.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the Rams.
I've lost screen altogether now, mate.
That's okay. We're coming through to the end. I can take care of it. So the Minotaur's taking Claw at the level up. And that's the only one we've seen so far. If we have a look at the pre-cap. Any big players? Superbia's still around. Oligor's still around. Tinagor Faint-Hearted, I think is still here. Yeah. We've still got more or less the kind of a little bit more. In fact, it's very similar to the previous. A little bit more Mighty Blow on one of the other. In fact, I think it's Vanagor Rombrand is the biggest loss they've had there. Unfortunately, yeah. Once again, pretty similar to where we're at. Just coming in as a bunch of horny boys, and a horny bunch of boys they remain. Going back to taking a look at Shock and Gore. I don't think they got any level ups. That Tomb Flare got a level up. And
okay, that's the Rookie Ghoul.
Rookie Ghoul taking block to become a blodger. Yep, makes perfect sense to me. And taking a look at Shock and Gore in the pre-cap. Well, yeah, there's quite a lot more players here. Plague Chewer, big loss. Morbidicus is still around. But yeah, we've lost a big player in Plague Chewer. Corpse Split is still around despite being AV6. I thought that was an injury he picked up during this season, but I guess I'm incorrect there. In terms of mummies, yeah, a little bit of leveling up with Grab there. Rest keeping more or less the same. And a little bit of attrition. Actually, not that much attrition on the zombies even. A little bit, but about what you'd expect. So yeah, just building up. Just building up on what we've had before, despite losing a key player. So that's good to see. Looking at the league table, which I did take a screenshot of. This is the bit I did back up before we. So this is before the match that got played. Before technical issues meant we started recording an hour and a half later than we usually do.
8-1-0. He's finally dropped the points.
8-1-0, so that's 6-1. That's
really
6-1-0. 6-1-0 for Logo Third Life.
6, yeah.
And yeah, Ant-Man 5-1-1, just really shoring up on the end there, getting really just catching up. Hood and the Warg Stars. It really is very close. Like 12 points is the cutoff for the Challenger Cup. Behind that, we've got 11 and a lot of 9s with a lot of the rest of the season to go. Gruff kind of keeping up at the bottom of the table there, but like strong teams down there even. And it's, yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of stratification, but there's still a lot to play for. Like, I'd say 2/3 of this division is potentially in with not necessarily Super Bowls, but Challenger Cup potentially.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, everyone down to 11th, I would say, is in for a shout with Challenger Cup. There's only 4 points off.
Indeed. So that's great to see. Do you want to do the predictions now, or do you want to do the Fantasy League now?
Let's do predictions and then we'll do a fantasy team,
Cool.
fantasy league.
So big up to Organised Crisis, who is crushing everyone, 35 points. Keep on going.
Showing us right.
Showing us right, yeah.
Are we checking that he's actually doing it before the games are played?
Yes,
by the
I
way,
have been
because,
checking those things. Well, I've been checking it on some weeks. I don't think I've checked. There's a degree of trust. Like, it does track when these changes were made. I can go back and check this with an actual timestamps, but I trust the people in my division not to be like that. So in terms of last week, you did a little bit better than me because you got the Wild Stars winning there. But I'm still 2 points ahead of you for the prediction of eating a ghost chili or getting horribly drunk onto tequila, which we'll do a... feel free to drop any other suggestions in the Discord, or let us know any otherwise. If you have any other fun potential penalties that we could do, we'll have a kind of like a vote up before the end of the season. Now, in terms of next week's matches, what we've got is starting with the Wild Stars versus the Clortimore Rams. I've gone for a draw, 1-1 on this, and you've gone for 1-0 for the Rams.
Yep. I think the Rams are just going to edge it. What else can I say is the Wild Star, they just got so beaten up, if I'm right. And I know they're not losing too many players, but I just think there's just an edge in the coaching levels there myself. Sure. So that's why I've given it to Hud.
Fair enough. I mean, obviously Hud is a very experienced coach, but the Wild Stars are coming with a bit of momentum. They've just beaten up a bashy Nurgle team. I think they're up for another bit of smacking chaos about, and so I've gone for the draw. Next up, we've got Flylord Servants versus Shock and Gore. I've gone for 2-1 to the Flylords.
Yeah, well, wouldn't it be nice if Shock and Gore won that game as well? But unfortunately, we've both gone against him. So it's hard to bet against Flylords, we say, week after week. So, yeah. Good to see we've gone for different results.
Nublets versus Bloodhorse. I've gone for Bloodhorse 2-1.
Yeah, being a bit predictable, I think. It's if it's a normal dice game, I would say that Bloodhorse should find this game relatively easy. But
who knows? Well,
it's a dice game.
It could go either way, but I'm just giving Bloodhorse the edge here. Sticking with my Chorf friends. Both teams that took a loss this week, and so are going to be keen to get out of that little dip. Tiger Lizards versus Granny's Chosen.
Right, we've got different results here. So why did you go for Lizards then?
I think that they are going to have the speed advantage with their skinks. They've impressed me with some skink play this week, and I think Granny's Chosen, it's going to be a bit of a Pyrrhic victory. They're going to lose some players off the pitch, if not permanently, but I think the Skinks are just going to be able to get the edge and just crack on for that final victory score.
See, I thought Lizards, being loads of strength 4 players normally dominate the pitch and control the game, but I don't think they're going to against the undead. Not undead, Khemri. And I think they're really going to struggle. That's why I've got the 2-0 win. I think Khemri are just going to control the game throughout, take out the Skinks whenever they can with their tackle blitz was, and I can see them cruising to a victory here. Really can.
Well, there's only one way to find out. And one of these matches has been played. I don't know which one it is, and my phone's not. Let's not give any spoilers.
All right.
But I've probably already seen anyway. So. Next up is Flylords versus Bloodhorse. Sorry, nope, that's the one I was just reading. So next up is Mining Machine Return versus Defense of the Anagrams. I've gone for a draw, and you've gone for a win for Dota.
Yeah, because Dota just always seem to be able to turn it on and just do magical things, and Mining Machine do seem like a bit of a draw specialist, and they've had some rotten luck throughout this season, and now I'm going for the 2-0
Fair
win.
enough. It's not like me to bet against Dota, but
in the stars.
I think MMR just...
You like the chalks, don't you? You hate betting against the chalks.
Well, sometimes it happens. But some Super Bowl champions, just saying. And next up, Pylanders versus Supremacy. Once again, it's 2-1 either way for both of us. I'm giving it to the Pylanders. I think the unbeaten streak's continuing.
Yeah, I got a feeling that the Rebel Supremacy are just going to do elf stuff, and I know the Pylanders are unbeaten, but I think this is going to be their first defeat.
Oh, well, I guess we will wait and see. Next up, Bob Brotherhood and Typical Spanish. I've given that the 2-1 to the Elves. I just think, similar to what you said before, elf stuff is going to occur.
Yeah, I really like that elf team. As I say, I really like the blitzers with the sidestep tackle, just giving them the width. I love the movement. I love the strength 4, which it's one of my favourite teams in the division. I just wish I had a Dark Elf team like that. And I think they're really going to turn it on this week, and that's why I don't like going 3-0. I think it's quite hard to get that prediction right, but I really do think they're going to turn it on this week.
Fair enough. Very good.
Sorry, Bob.
No, we can only say so. Next up, thank you very much for everyone who has provided their provided their fantasy teams. If you didn't have the time to do it, we all live busy lives, perfectly understandable. Rob, do you want to take us through yours first?
Yeah, so
thank you very much for making this excellent spreadsheet as well, by the way.
Oh, it took a little bit longer than I thought. I'm not one for doing spreadsheets, so I'm sure there's quicker ways of doing it. But anyway, I like the typical Spanish blitzers, as I've mentioned before, and I really like the way that you can, as I say, keep your width on the pitch, agility 4, movement 7, tackle as well to try to get all those pesky dodge players. I thought they were like just a must in my team. I didn't go for a big guy because, in my opinion, if you're going to pick stars in a league, you're picking strength 5 players. Guard is also a must for me. So I didn't go for the big guy there. I'm the only one that's picked a dirty player, I think. Remember rightly? You've got to have a dirty player. How can you play Blood Bowl without a dirty player?
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
Looking at this column here, you are the only person that's picked. I love these columns. This is how many blocks you've got to do.
I thought I wanted to put more guard in, and you start putting all the stars in, and the stars don't have guard. It's the rest of the team that back them up. And that's one of the things I've really noticed about the York Highlanders is the fact that I've got none of their players in my team, but they're the best team in the league, and it's because they are, working properly as a team. Yeah. So I'm not. Other people have taken their players, but no, I chose not to. I kept the TV as low as I could sort of realistically keep it, 2,200, and then when I compare it to others, it's like, I'm gonna get a bit beaten up. But yeah, that was my fault. Is just try to get some strength and guard into the team. Everybody's taken our sixth form, so he's a no-brainer. Hurricane movement 10 guy, just So it's mainly guard and just try not to have any stupid or wild animal or something like that in the team.
Cool.
So
players from the Fly Lords, Blood Horse, the Grannies, Typical Spanish, Dota, and Rebel Supremacy there.
Yeah, the GOAT I really liked, the Bull Centaur, is strength 5, movement 10 pretty much. That's crazy good. It's a shame he's our AV busted. Yeah, he's an outstanding player.
Very good, very interesting.
Do you want to go for your one?
Let's go down in order. So we'll do Falcon Merc now. So starting up. Go on.
I was going to say Tibbles, is one of the best big guys in the league, isn't he? So I thought that was quite a good choice if you are going to go for a guy. He's got strength 5, claw, mighty blow, stand firm. He's a wicked player, and as you can see, he's gone for a good bit of strength on his side. Yeah, he's got 3 strength 5 players, so which is nice. And Hurricane, I went for Hurricane. Everyone's got 6 from Particles. Nice, good, isn't he? Particles is the Fly Lord's Pestigore, the killer.
And has gone for Corpse Splitter from the Shock and
Awe. Yeah.
Great safety.
I was surprised at that. Armor 6.
Armor 6, yeah. Armor 6. If the Armor 6 is the only bad thing about that player. Otherwise, we'd be seeing a lot more of him around. Like, Corpse Splitter is a good player. It's just a shame that he's got RV6. A strength boost, got the ability to move around quick, got the ability to hit hard. Good safety.
But you see about the team where he's got all the stars, 2,100 TV, 3 guard. 3 guards and 2,400. I think you'll come unstuck quite a lot myself. But whopping strength and agility. If you compare the two stats there, he's outdone me on every stat, apart from armor. But yeah, every single player's got block, obviously.
No, Corpse Splitter does not because they've got wrestle. But
oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Nice, isn't it? It is. I found it. How long did you spend putting your team together?
I spent the length of a journey between King's Cross, St Pancras, and Nottingham train stations.
So what's that? Like 2 hours,
Yes,
3 hours.
2 hours spare.
Yeah, I think I spent about. I tried a load of different ways of finding players and looked at the Spike Bot Hall of Fame and stuff like that, and I was really trying to perfect it. It's bloody difficult, isn't it? As I was saying, because you mentioned team. I made my team, and then you mentioned about trying to keep the team.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to freak you out.
Oh yeah, and then it made me sort of change about 3 or 4 players. So let's have a look at your team.
So yeah, just in terms of we've had people from the Nooblets, Grannies, Supremacy, across lots and lots of different teams here. Pylanders.
Yeah.
So my team, I've lost someone. Otts of Ziggurat died. But as we said, playing in this week is what makes you eligible. So I've gone with Taurus the Plague because Strength 5 and Tentacles is good, and I like Beasts of Nurgle. And what's better than 1 Strength 5 Tentacles player, but 2 Strength 5 Tentacles players? So I've also followed up with Lord Black Death Scolio from the Fly Lord Bloaters. Close but never so, the Strength Up blocker from Bloodhorse. And Otts of Ziggurat as well. So the idea is the line would be 2 strength. Well, it will be 3 strength 4 guard players. Well, depends on whether or not you put the beast or the bloater on the line to start off with. There might be a difference for, say, if you're offensive or defensive for that, but that would be the line, whether or not you want the guard or the ability to move around that you get from not having loner. So that's kind of my line there. Those top 4 more or less. Tower from Rebel Supremacy, the thrower because he's just a great thrower. Dodge is defensive skill, but and a bunch of good passing skills as well. In terms of I've then gone for 4 blitzers, my blitzer allocation. So Small Bob, so Small Bob and Virgin Del Riccio of what I've gone for my attacking blitzers. So Small Bob, block, tackle,
and
block tackle, my block claw. So piling on. So that's your killer. That's your killer, right? And then the typical Spanish witch elf, strength 4 witch elf, doing witch elf things with strip ball. Not with strip ball. Sorry, that's the one below. Next up, I've got a couple of safeties. Superbia from the Rams, who is my strip.
Is he the one with diving tackle?
No, he's the one with strip ball and tackle and wrestle.
He
is strength 4 on a blitz with his horns, and he's a good safety, and also a good safety. Corpse Splitter, I've also gone with. Great to see someone else taking him. Corpse Splitter from Shock and Gore, again as a safety, higher movement, strength 5, strength 4 all the time. AV bust the only bad thing, but guard, tackle, wrestle, dodge, sidestep. You can, with Superbia and Corpse Splitter, you can have someone whacking them and Corpse Splitter covering them. It's all good. It's all good.
It is Corpse Splitter. Yeah, he manages to stay alive. So
I think if you play him as a safety role,
splitting.
It mitigates the minus AV. Even though I'm aware that it's bad, not quite as bad as Otts of Ziggurat being dead, but so
yeah, strength 4. Yeah. What's he? Wrestle.
He is guard, tackle, wrestle,
dodge, sidestep.
Hurricane. The next 2 catchers, and you said I put Arctic Thong in my catcher allocation, which you might think is a bit cheesy, but I will point you towards the fact that he does have catch, which is the primary indicator of putting someone as a catcher. And
2 Edge 5 players, 3 Edge 5 players you got. Edge
5 is good. It's a. yeah, it's the fastest catcher and it's the fastest catcher in the league in Arsik Thong for my catches. That's yeah, you know.
Falcon Merck's got 3 Edge 5 players as well. Actually, he's got Hurricane Tower. He went instead of Tower.
Yeah, that's very good. Next up, and last up is that. Do we have one more person to add as well? Did we miss someone?
I only found 4.
Oh.
I had 2 people send me one, and I chose.
Yeah, organised crisis.
There's another one to do.
And Falcon Merc. I think there might have been one more now that I look at it. We've missed. Very much apologies if we have done that. Yeah. Do you want to talk about organised crisis? Can you spot the theme here?
I can't spot the theme apart from 1600 TV. God, I can't see the names on it at the moment. What's the theme?
The theme, right? So, can you take a look at the first names of all of the players, or the first? No. Do a little. So actually, I can't bring it across because I'm capturing the thing, not the window. But read down the left-hand side of the team.
I can't.
Oh, you can't.
I can't see it.
You can't. It's too blurred. Right. Yes. So the theme for this. So we've got teams from New York Highlanders and Dota and the Rams and the Blood. But it's if you read down the left-hand side here, you'll note that the names of the characters spells out Matt and Rob Top.
Yeah, you know what? When I was putting it on the spreadsheet, they were all mixed about, all the people. And I was thinking, why has he got his big guy in the middle? And I was going to change the order, and I'm glad I didn't, because I'd have messed that way up. So, okay, Matt and Bob Top.
Thank you very much. And I'm pretty sure we've missed someone off here, I'm afraid. But we tried going through it, and I thought you had one of those.
Right, we'll add it to the spreadsheet, and at the end of next week's program, we'll put it on there, and we'll just cover that team next week. But I like the way that not everybody went for the same sort of 5-6 players. Myself, I really did. It's you got 2 or 3 that are very popular, but apart from that, everyone's got a different angle.
Oh yeah, Mad Frog is the person that we've missed. Which I think sent to me and I forgot to send to you. So, but I will read it out here. So, Mad Frog has taken Toa from Rebel Supremacy to start off with, Arsik Thong from Dota, then Josh Bailey from the New York Highlanders. Josh Bailey, I think, is one of the players that's come up a few times from the Highlanders when it's come time to do it. Yeah, Josh Bailey's been taken by Fulton Merc as well. So the Blitzer with the strength up. So yeah, that's always good to see. Virgin de Roquia, from Typical Spanish. Hurricane, the Goat from Blood Horse. Lord Black Death Scolio from the Fly Lords. Getcha Fragile from the Fly Lords, I think has come up a couple of places as well. Yeah, once again, another great bloater. And yeah. Tomb Guardian, Weiss Frieda from Granny's Chosen. Once again, yeah, Rob, you've taken them as well. Lovely, a bit of strength 5 there on the line. Tibbles as the big guy, and Tower as the thrower. Apologies we couldn't get you on the spreadsheet. That's all on me, Mad Frog. I forgot to send it over to Rob.
Right. But I will add it to the spreadsheet, and we'll just go for them final figures. Obviously, organised crisis is just messed around a little bit.
I like it. No, it's a thing. We wanted to see what people were doing. But
he would get a shitload of inducements against us as well, wouldn't he?
It's not bad though.
Yeah, no, it's a good team.
It's a good normal person team.
I was thinking to myself, like, why is he picking just a 0 SPP Blitzwar, for instance? And I thought maybe he's just trying to keep the team down. I didn't plot that at all.
But thank you very much, everyone. Apologies for Mad Frog for not getting you on there. But it is a good team. It looks like it's
as well. It's the white.
Yes, Mad Frog was the first person that sent it, and I forgot to pass it on to you. That is entirely on me.
Oh,
bad me. I'm a bad me. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much. We're at the halfway point, and thank you everyone for making this a really good. I think it's a really good division this season.
We say it every week, and I just love the chatting on Discord, and I just like watching you guys play, and I love it when we get shock results like we do this week. So keep it up, guys, man. So that's all from me. That's all,
We will
folks.
see you on the pitch.